Hello, in this video I'm going to go over how to save. So to save, it's pretty simple. You just go to File and then go to Save Scene As, and this will give you the option to place it somewhere. This will generally take you to the Documents section in with the Maya default project. In general, you want to make a project, and I'll go over that in another video. But if you don't have to deal with that, and if you're just modeling and that you don't do like XGen, textures, materials, lighting, all those other kind of things where you're pulling in data that make up a scene, it might be okay to not have a project. So say I want to save and I only want this scene here. You can use Maya ASCII or Maya binary. Maya ASCII is a readable language, so if you ever have problems, someone that knows programming could probably figure out and fix your scene. Maya binary isn't a binary language, so it's 0 and 1s, and it would be very difficult to fix if you have any problems. The benefit of Maya binary, it is a smaller file size. Maya ASCII is a bigger file size, but probably more stable in most situations. So generally I go to Maya ASCII because space for me is not an issue, and you just name, say. So if you, and another thing when you're saving, if you want to use increment save, there's a certain way to write your files that will make it work. And that would be, let's say, desktop, let's do test. So you just do a name, any kind of name, and do a period, and you don't want to use capitals. So the name, period, and then you have to have 4 digits, and usually you start with 0, 0, 0, and then 1, then .ma, and then hit save. And then you can see down on the bottom here, this is the script editor, you'll see what resulted. It created this in my desktop, test period 0001.ma. So now it won't work if I don't make any changes. So if I go over here and say increment and save, you'll get a warning. So if I move it, do something different, and do a file, increment and save, you'll see it made version 2 because there was a difference. Say you see something that's an error or something like that, it turns yellow or red, and you're okay at scripting, you're okay at reading language, you can go down here in the bottom right, click that, and it will tell you. So right here it says the master file was created here, the increment file was here. And you can start figuring out the language by, this is MelScript, so I can figure out the language by, see it, move-r, these translates these positions. So that's a good way. So if you're good at scripting, that is a useful thing. And if you things go wrong, sometimes you can just copy, and you don't understand it, you can copy and paste it into into a browser and see what other people say if they've seen the same kind of error. I've used that quite a bit in the past. So that is how to save. So you can now just do save scene. That will save over your last save. You can set up autosave, and to do that, usually you want to set up a project first, but I'll do that in another video. You can click on this. This is your preferences. So you can go up. Always takes me a little bit because I don't open this all the time. File, projects. Oh, here it is. So under settings, files, projects, need to enable it, and you can do limit on autosaves. You can have it prompt you. You can set it for the amount. So I can do like every 20 minutes or every 10 minutes or whatever. And this is going to autosave to a place. You can have it pick a specific place and then hit save. And now that will save every 10 minutes. When you're in a lab where you're sharing computers, you just make sure that that setting is on. You might have inherited preferences, or if they had to clear the preferences, they might have lost that. Just be aware of that. And also be aware if you have a really heavy scene, saving every 10 minutes and then waiting it to save for like 3 minutes might not be the smartest way to work. So auto saving is great, but use it with some strategy when you're working. All right, that was about saving.